Happy Monday, everyone. It was early when I decided I'd have some motivation to clean the kitchen, and then suddenly it's 1 o'clock. I think my face says it all. I'm pretty sure that, well, I do know that I spent all this morning cleaning that hot plate up the back and also some of the doors after I did some cleaning last night because I was filming some things so I could have footage for you guys. And it took a lot longer to clean everything than I expected. It is so hot today, so yeah, it's really draining. I had to wash all the Tupperware and bits and pieces too, so when it all goes back in the cupboard, which you guys would have seen the declutter video, and so everything just seems to take forever. What can I say? I know I have no idea what I'm doing with my hands. I clearly was thinking of something to tell you guys. Yep. Anyway, I've got our music pumping now, so we're going to do some more cleaning and tidying up. Oh, and now apparently it's lunchtime. So apparently we're sharing making salads now. And as someone with sensory and texture needs, I thought I would show you the most basic salad ever because I don't eat 9/10 of what everybody else makes. And I thought I would share because I don't see anyone else sharing. So I have lettuce that I have washed. If I had celery, I would cut that up. I have leftover panko chicken from last night that I saved on purpose. I have shaved Parmesan cheese that I got from Woolworths. And the Caesar salad dressing as well. I love a Caesar salad, however, the whole pack is like $5, so I figured I could make it myself cheaper. That's it. Sometimes if I'm feeling adventurous, I might chop up an apple and put it through there. If I had any cooked bacon, I might put it through there, but that's it. Pretty much all similar textures. Enjoy. Okay, it's raining today. Thank you, Dor. The weather app says, where's my drink bottle? On the lawn. Okay. The weather app says that it is 33 today with a chance of showers. I guess the chance is here. Also, I just remembered that Kira had washed and hung out a whole pile of towels before she went house sitting. Thank you, because I didn't ask her to do that, so that was helpful. And I came outside to film that it's raining and saw the towels and went, so they got a couple of spots of rain. Not a lot, so, but I'm just going to hang them on the clothes horse in the laundry lounge room. Yeah. Okay. I'm still cleaning that kitchen. It's taking me forever. Put a finger down if it's raining really hard right now, but you're going to go to Coles and pick up your free roast chicken because you did get a voucher last week and you completely forgot about it. And you might as well get it now because you're cleaning the kitchen and you haven't quite organised dinner. So at least a free chicken will give you the 9/10 of the meal. And then all three of you will eat that because Kira's not here this week for dinner. Part of our use it up challenge in the freezer, and we're finally getting around to using the peas. Oh my gosh, I will always get to something. It just takes a while. And I'm collecting all of the apples that are around our house and I'm going to give them a little bit of a vinegar bath. I'm so glad that I actually filmed this as well because a couple of days later all the apples were clean and in the fridge and I was wondering why there was a bottle of vinegar at the sink because I completely forgot. So yes, and even then I washed everything and I only had the energy to do about half of them to make an apple crumble, so be it. As I'm cleaning, I'm watching Rihanna's vlog and I was joking like, turn around, turn around. I'm watching you. Hey, here I am. There. There we go. Apple crumble is done. And then in the evening I went for a walk because I've been going for a walk each evening collecting some cans and bottles, and I found it amusing that someone had left some cheese in one of the trolleys, so I've been finding a lot of random things. I've been sticking to having my glow shakes every morning, and I have a couple of teaspoons of coffee in there, so it kind of helps me get my coffee fix, which is good because it's saving me on doing the hot chocolate, doing a hot mocha. And also because I've been doing so many dishes, and also it's the first of the month, the first week, I am going to stick some Scalex into the dishwasher and run it on a cycle. It just helps get rid of all the soap gum and the slime and anything else that's in there. It gives it a really good clean out, so I just give it a good shake in there and then run it through a cycle, and it helps clean everything. I find that the cages that hold all the dishes and stuff get really dirty in all the little nooks and crannies, and I just find this helps give it a good rinse out. Sometimes after it's had a cycle through, I will still give it a bit of a scrub over outside and sometimes squirt it with a hose just to help. And I made sure that I went and put the Scalex back where it belonged, because I'm trying to put it where it goes and not just put it down. So everything takes twice as long. And then I just literally sat at my computer for a couple of hours and chilled out on YouTube because I had so much to do. I was so overwhelmed, and this was just all that was going to happen today. Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. This morning I had a productive morning. Actually, I did edit a video and I had to do sound check and then do a re-edit and then add something else in. So technically I edited the video twice. It takes about half an hour to an hour if it's a shorter video. And then I was just planning out some other content and stuff like that. I was trying to get myself motivated to start decluttering the kitchen, because last night I was up till 1 a.m. cleaning because I needed to clean all the outdoors of the cupboards and the skirting board, the kickboard, and some of the drawers, because there's just food splatter. And although you probably couldn't see it back on camera, I could see it. And when I go to pan in for the declutter, you'll be able to see it. And I thought I just don't need any trolls attacking me for having a dirty door. My words fail me. Also, when I opened the under the sink to deal with the bin, something had fallen out and spilt. So I thought I'll just clean that up. And I need to clean out part of the fridge as well, because I spilt something in there the other day. I'm not the very best at keeping on top of things. I'm just going to be totally honest. I struggle with it. I think I'll do it in a minute. I never get around to it. So I know that someone criticized me once for not being on it, and I'm working on it. Well, I don't know what else to tell you. So I'm glad that you're on it and you can do it. It's real life. It is what it is. Yeah. I don't know, some people, I struggle. I have no issues with constructive feedback, but when people say to me, you really need to be better at this thing, and then they're struggling with this thing that I'm on top of, and I just go, okay then. Like, I don't tell them, well, why don't you keep on top of this thing? So it's a little bit so just do what I do, and I share because there's other people that say I'm exactly the same. And that was the thing of why I started YouTube. I couldn't find my people online. A lot of people have younger children and they're still dealing with stuff like that. I'm dealing with special needs and specific areas of things in life, so I just share what I share. And my mum tells me that half the family's watching now, so hey. I hope I don't embarrass anybody. I'm really sorry, but you know what? It's life. It is what it is. So right now I need to go to BWS. I did a click and collect order for the cashback thing. And hubby went to pick it up and they left one of the boxes behind because it's beer. So I think they left it in the fridge. And I'm like, he gets home and I'm like, where's the beer? And he's like, what beer? I'm like, oh my gosh, because it was 2 separate orders to get 2 different cashbacks. Although the cashback also hasn't popped up in the app. So I'm a little bit frustrated because I'm like, you meant to click on it and then you get the cash reward notification instantly that it's worked, and it's not there. So I'm a bit frustrated because the last time that happened, they're like, sorry, we can't confirm. I'm like, I've got an order number and everything, and it's 2 minutes after I click. And I don't want to install the browser on my computer because it makes my computer run slow. And some of the apparently the app is going away, and it's only going to be available on PC, apparently. Yeah, I also need to go to Mitre 10 because Bunnings couldn't help me. And I did ask in a community group, so if you know the post, I need to get a plate that fits over this hole that's like this, where 2 little pipes are coming out from the dishwasher being installed to stop the mouse. There is a mouse every now and again that comes into our bin area and then nicks out again. Oh God, if I open that door and there's a dead mouse in there one day, I'm gonna scream. You're gonna hear me in Alaska, because part of the hole, it runs to the outside of the house because it's a super old house. Part of the foundation had fallen away, and I want to put this plate thing there. I saw it once on TikTok, and I went to Bunnings and I said about it, and they're like, I asked about 4 people, and they're like, apparently there's 2 bits of pipe that you connect together to close over a hole, but to wrap around pipes, and everyone's just standing there going, it's so funny, some of the comments, and they're wanting to ask a real plumber. I'm like, I'm asking the community if I can get some help. And one lady goes, don't worry that you couldn't get help at Bunnings. My daughter works there. She doesn't know the difference between a nail and a screw. I'm like, I at least do know the difference between that. So there you go. It's super weird with Kira not being in the house at the moment. So I kind of get up and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. So I'm a bit lost. And also, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, Vlogmas. So we're in the middle of it right now. So for me, it is like the 3rd of December or something like that right now that I'm recording this. For you, it's probably about the 15th or 16th that you're seeing this. I can't remember the calendar. I wasn't going to do Vlogmas because my children are older and they don't really want to be involved. I'm massively trying to declutter the house. I didn't want to have to just shove everything away into a corner, which I so would have filmed and just shared with you, because there's no secrets on my YouTube channel. Just to put up this Christmas tree to go, welcome to day 1, because I don't know what other Christmas content I'm going to be doing. I just don't do a lot of stuff like that. I'm going to be teaching Zumba nearly right up until Christmas, because most people were like, we're happy just to keep going. So I was like, I've got nothing else to do, and I want the exercise as well. So yeah, I don't know. And the thing is, I have my weekly schedule of Monday's the vlog, Wednesday is decluttering for now, and then Friday is the grocery hauls. So it's just trying to find a video for Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. Once a month on Sunday I'll do the monthly meal plan, and then try and fit in other stuff around that. So it's just trying to find the additional videos. I always have 3 or 4 videos, ideas and footage on the phone ready to go. It's just having to sit there and edit it down. And I go, oh, that's an idea. Oh, that's an idea. So I'm all over the joint. So I've always got things happening. It's just, yeah. So I've been trying to at night time sit there and then edit the footage. So I've constantly got this thing going. So Vlogmas for me is basically me being able to clear out my phone from 2025, because also when I'm showing food things or markdown challenges, you know, the date is on the packet of stuff and people are like, you're eating expired food. I'm like, well, actually this was filmed like 3 months ago and I'm just now sharing it because I'm phone dumping everything. Yeah, and I kind of want to go into 2025 with a fresh start to move on to a few things. So I can then maybe look at, okay, we did this in 2024, how is it different to 25? So we can do things from there. Let's go. Also have to go pick up something from the Buy Nothing group. I have everything in my phone today also as an appointment because I was like, if I don't put it there, I'm going to forget. So let's get on with our day. Beer first. Cannot forget the beer. finally home. It's been about 2 hours. It's all been happening. So I went and got the missing beer. So I had done 2 click and collect orders for BWS. The first one was the Maker's Mark and the port, and the second one was the beer and 2 things of port, because the cashback was like 20% capped at $30, or it was 30% off capped at $20. I can't remember all the details. Basically, so I did 2 different orders because we've had no alcohol in the house for a couple of months. So I thought that will work out really well. So we got that. Then I decided to go to the chemist that was near there because I've got a little bit of a heat rash underneath my bra strap. And it's funny, it actually is fine if I'm wearing a sports bra because the metal kind of stays in place. It was when I was wearing the bra that doesn't have that. I was in the house, I was cleaning, I was sweating, it was rubbing. So she just recommended some dressing fabric. She said it's a 1 meter and you just cut it as it is. She said if you go to stick it and any part of it is going to touch the red bit, she said just go like this with your finger on the sticky bit and it will become less sticky, and so you'll just have the sticky bit at the top and the bottom will still stick, but it won't rip when it comes off. And I said that's okay because I will wet it down in the shower if I need to remove it. She said, oh, that's a good plan. I thought that's good. And when I'm in there, I said, oh, I seem to have like a bit of a heat rash, and she's like half bends over, and I said, oh, do you want to see? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to be one of those people. So I'm like, okay, so I'll part lift my shirt up. She's like, yeah. She said that'll settle, don't worry. I said, oh, thank you. And then they had a clearance bin, so I thought I'd pick up these inner sole type things because they were on clearance for $5. Aren't they normally like $20 or something? But yeah, I thought, oh, that's so good. And I'm thinking that maybe if Kira likes them, I can go back and see if the other pair are there, because they had quite a few pairs. They had foundations there, they had eyeshadows there, they had so much makeup. If I was in the market for something, I probably would have bought something, but I thought I'm not in the market. While then I was doing the round trip, I remembered that the recycle centre was not far from there, so I thought I'd go because I've been going for a walk every night and collecting more cans and bottles. So I thought I'd cash it in because otherwise it just looks stupid sitting in the back of the car. So I've got $8.10 and I see that this coin is the new coin with King Charles, but then on the front is Bluey. How cool is that? So yeah, I think Scott will enjoy looking at that. King Charles. That's my first 2024 coin of the king, that is. And then I went to Aldi because I couldn't stop thinking about bagels with cream cheese. I'm about to go inside and toast a bagel and have cream cheese. So I got the bagels from Aldi. Got the bagels. Then I got Scott a advent calendar, fruity gummy. I didn't get him one last year, and I thought, let's just get it. Technically it was free because I'm paying for it on the gift card, and I thought, why not? And I'm not sure. Oh no, I think Kira could eat these because it doesn't say may contain traces of nuts, so I bet she'll be like, where's my advent calendar? And then I had to go and get some of the dessert things that they have for Christmas because I have to do a TikTok, and I think it's from the curated collection, or the give me extra. Anyway, it says alot extra or something on all the bins, the marketing down the side. So I just picked what I've got. So we've got dark milk and white chocolate Florentines, gluten-free almond crisp bread. I just got this one, not because it's gluten-free, but all the others have pistachio and other bits and pieces in it. I'm not really a fan of that. Dark and milk chocolate salted caramels. Gourmet chocolate biscuit selection. luxury clotted cream fudge, and indulgent chocolate cake bombs. Delicate morsels of chocolate mud cake enrobed in dark, smooth dark chocolate. There we go. Ooh, so I will lay all those out and film and do a little TikTok. I love my job some days, I tell you. Being a social media content creator is pretty awesome. And then also I got to the Buy Nothing group. Oh, I don't think I can get it. I have, you know, the Coles shopping bags. Stacked in there is 4 big containers, like this big, massive, of beads and jewelry and wires and little connectors. Someone on the Buy Nothing was giving it away, and I know that Kira had said she wanted to get into a little bit of jewelry making and do some bits and pieces. We don't have a lot of stuff because I was like, you need to pick a niche, says the ADHD person. And so when they gave it away, I was like, oh, I would love to be considered because blah, 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 blah. And the one was like, yep, all yours. So I was like, oh, thank you so much. So even if it's something then she doesn't stick with it, I can donate it back to someone else. Oh, the other thing I meant to say to you, it's what I meant to say when I checked in before about Vlogmas, why I wasn't planning on doing Vlogmas, is because, as I said, all the systems are already in place Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And when I got back from Melbourne and I got sick, let's start again. Because I'm decluttering and that's been my focus and I've been sticking to it pretty well, I will admit. I'm pretty impressed with myself. And I was a couple of weeks ahead of schedule like I am with the vlogs. And when I got back from Melbourne, I got sick. It put me back a week. And the bathroom took longer to clean it than what I expected because in my head, I had images. Sorry, I'm just watching someone on the street taking photos of our trees. If they're from the council, I'm going to crack it. Okay, it's just someone delivering some pamphlets, but they, yeah, we're taking some pictures of our trees. We have one tree that just, we keep on top of it mostly, but part of it overgrows sometimes on the footpath, and sometimes we'll get a letter from the council. The gardener did attack part of it the other day, and I said to him when he comes back in December if he could just maintain that a little bit more, and he said, yeah, no worries. I meant to get a cutter myself so I can go out there every now and again and just shave the side of it. The tree, the way it comes out, it's like a hedge on the side of it. It's a bit weird. Anyway, what was I saying? Decluttering, yes. And so then I ended up being here in real time trying to declutter. Oh my god, a bird just shut on my window. Seriously. Thank you. I'm trying to tell a story and you're just here having the time of your life. Anyway. Right. So yes, here we are in real time trying to declutter because we've got our teeth in now and clean at the same time and film. So it's like 3 things going on at once. I needed to also clean the kitchen because, as I said, I wanted everything bare boned and also so it looked good. But the thing is, that took me way longer to do as well. And so I'm trying to film and clean so then I've got footage for a video, but also then declutter because it needs to be done. And I'm just at that point now of going like, I want to keep going with it, absolutely. But it's just like, how much time am I going to have to get this thing done that I need to do? At least with decluttering in the cupboards, it's just film that cupboard, take all the stuff out. But the problem is I've got all the baking drawers. There's 2 of them. I've got the under the sink, under the stove, all the saucepans and the cooking stuff. The plastics cupboard is there. Under the sink is the bin and the other stuff. I think I'll leave that though, because it's not actually decluttering. And then we've got the drawers with the utensils and the next utensils, the Glad wrap, and down the bottom is all the plates and the bowls and things like that. So it's kind of like, I can see that that's now another project that's another couple of weeks. So I might end up slotting in another video that's kind of declutter but kind of use it up from the pantry. It's probably up by now that I say this, but as I said, I'm thinking in real time. So if it is, I'm sorry that it wasn't a decluttering video, but I also know that I have to go out to dinner. I've got a function on Wednesday night with a friend. And so it's like, am I going to get time to clean that and get everything else done? Well, I'm not if I sit here chatting about it, am I? So let's go inside, because I'm also hungry and I need a coffee. And then we'll figure out from there where we're going. Hands up who cleaned the toaster the other day and obviously knocked the toast button up to like 8. And then I just remembered when I was sitting in the lounge room, so I just ran back to the kitchen. Look, it's not too bad, but yeah, it's pretty crunchy. All right, cream cheese fixes everything. I think pressing it with the knife has helped flatten it. Then I've just made myself an iced coffee. Quick, I just made myself from scratch this beautiful iced coffee. Yep. Nah, keeping it real around here. Hashtag not an influencer. Right, let's eat. I just sat down to eat and there's a knock at the door and I thought, oh God, the letterbox man is back. The tree photography man. And I opened the door and the guy's like, Denise, Nate. I went, what? It's like, hey, you're Denise? No. It's like, I said, what number? I said, oh, that's across the road. He's like, oh, sorry. He said, the map said it's here. I said, it's not here. And then hubby has just gotten home 2 seconds ago and I said, can you please go get your beer out of the car? It's too heavy for me. I had to lift it from BWS into the car and nearly dropped it because it was cold and part of it was wet because everything's just got condensation on it at the moment because it was so muggy. I was like, I'm not lifting that inside. I need to go in the fridge anyway because it's been in the car for the past hour. But yeah, right, on with our day. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I have been home for a couple of hours since I taught Zumba this morning. It's only about 22 degrees today. It's still a little bit muggy and out in the sun. Oh, it's bitey. I did have an appointment today, but I've managed to move it to Friday, which is good because I need to finish decluttering the kitchen. Oh my gosh. And editing another video. And I've been meaning to get up and do it for a while. Oh my gosh, but it's just full on. I'm going out tonight for a function with a friend, so that's really good. And Kira's house sitting at the moment and she's got access to Netflix there at the house. So she's been watching a whole heap of K-dramas. I'm like, what? And she just sent me a picture. The lady's eating fried chicken. And she's like, fried chicken, mate. Oh, I'm never gonna live that down. Oh my gosh. Apart from that, that is all that's happening. Last night I had Zumba. I got home and I did have that bagel and iced coffee and I was full. So by the time dinner come, I was not hungry. So I got hubby to make some mini pizzas for him and my son, so then it uses up the bases that we have as well. And then tonight they'll be doing burgers because I'm not here. So we're still doing the use it up. Oh, I better go get the burger bun, the burger patty things of meat out of the freezer somewhere, although they won't take very long to cook. and I'm gonna go have a shower, wash my hair, and get onto the kitchen. The decluttering won't take long. It's the editing of the video, so I might have to juggle a couple of videos around. We shall see. I need to stop procrastinating and go and get it done. Well, yep, good thing I'm at a petrol station. The car is off and locked, and it is apparently still running. This is ridiculous. Oh. Happy Friday, everybody. Oh my gosh, it's been 48 hours since I think I last checked in, and I have a lot to tell you. So it's currently 20 to 3. See, I don't even know what time it's 20 to 3, and I just went to my phone to check the footage of what I last said to you. So, and I looked, and that was 10 to 2 because, you know, procrastination. And I had, just see a little bit wonky. That's better. Okay, so I went to the kitchen, I started decluttering, and I was going really well. And I still haven't edited the video. It's, what is the date? It's the Friday, 6th of September. So no doubt you've seen that by now. But just thought I'd tell you in the grand scheme of things, because I leave everything to the last minute. I'm not well organized, and as I hopefully said in that video, I'm not focusing on cleaning so much as decluttering. I'm just getting all the excess out, and then when I do like a second sweep, I can go through and clean everything then, because otherwise it's just too much work at the same time. It creates 2 different videos, which is what I want, but that's a lot of editing and space on my phone and everything else. So let's deal with one problem at a time. The editing is taking me forever because I've also started going on walks in the evening, collecting empty cans and bottles. So I'm in that ADHD thing of, oh, shiny thing, new idea, new project, let's go. So that's also why I get partway through Vlogmas and go, but we're gonna do it, because the idea for Vlogmas for me, I should have just called it Dumpmas, because I'm just dumping all of the content that I didn't get around to fixing for the year, which I need to focus on, because if I pull out food that has like use by date on it, people are like, ew, you're eating expired food. I'm like, this was filmed back in July. That's why I don't share a lot of that stuff on TikTok. I share current stuff. So you can follow me on TikTok, you can follow me on Instagram as well, where sometimes I post about Q&As. Been meaning to do a Q&A, but yeah, anyway. Right, so Wednesday, yeah, started decluttering, and let's all remember that the aircon is busted in our house right now. I have got someone coming on Monday to check it out. I just put a post up on Facebook and said, who do you know that's an air conditioning person? And I literally took the first person that commented. She's an ex-Avon customer of mine, and I went, cool, thank you. And they had Facebook. I was able to send them a Facebook message in between the bingo sessions, and they replied back straight away, and I was like, it's cool. Because it was 38 degrees yesterday as well, so hopefully, this was 3 o'clock in the afternoon as well, so hopefully they were indoors keeping safe. Anyway, so yeah, Wednesday, no aircon. I do have a fan in the kitchen, and I'm like up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm doing a little bit of cleaning, but not enough. Like, there was this massive splatter in the door, and I thought, let's wipe that off so I don't get trolled. So clean that, and I'm absolutely buggered. And then I realized it's 5 o'clock and I haven't gotten ready, and I really need to shower and everything else because going out with a friend to a function. So like, okay, then I spend the next half an hour trying to message her and figure out the final details, because I was going to go to her house and pick her up, but then she was going to be part way towards me dropping off her son, because we both have children with autism. And so she's like, how about we meet here? And I'm like, yeah, cool. And then I went, oh, what about this actually instead? She's like, yes. So we figured that out. And then I did actually a little bit of makeup, just to be presentable, because there's probably going to be photos of the event and stuff like that. So I thought better look good. And I nearly messaged her to go, are you wearing pants? Or are you going to wear a dress? Because she wears these really nice dresses. And I thought, oh God, how stupid. I'm not going to ask her what she's wearing. I'm wearing pants. I don't really care what she wears. And I didn't then want her to feel self-conscious about why does she care what I'm wearing. So I didn't text her. I was going to ask her if she's going to wear makeup or not, because I didn't want her to feel like I'm wearing makeup to like make myself look good. I'm probably not explaining this very well, but I didn't want her to feel like I was trying to make, anyway, we just keep repeating ourselves. So yeah, and then I got there and she'd done makeup, but then I remembered she wears makeup all the time. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I said that to her. I said, I nearly texted you to say you're doing your makeup because I didn't want you to think that she's like, oh God, no. So we're two very both honest and direct people. So that was really good. We nearly get lost. I don't get lost going to the event. I just went one road instead of the other. And it wasn't till I had actually turned off, I went, oh, I've taken the wrong road, because there's two roads to get to this place. And I took this one instead of this one. And she went, yeah, I thought so, but I didn't want to say anything. And I'm like, oh, always say something. Always say, I am really bad with directions. And she goes, me too. I said, oh, great. If we see, welcome to Melbourne. We're in trouble. And she said, funny you should say that, because we joke to my son all the time when we pick him up for an event. He's like, can we go home? We go, no, we actually thought we'd go to Melbourne for the weekend. And he's like, really? And I was like, oh no. So we get there, not a problem. It's just an extra 2 minutes, if that, straight run, get to the event, and it is just, can I say, unorganized chaos. So it takes a while to get through everything. It was really good though, but oh my gosh, talk about draining. We leave the event. It took all longer than expected. We start driving home. I go, is that the road we're meant to take? She's like, surely not. I'm like, let's go to the next one. Get to the next road. I don't even know where this is. I'm trying to pull up the maps in my car. And then I go, you know what? We'll just keep driving. We're in the right direction. At worst, we'll turn around and come back again. We get partway down. We're like, oh yeah, I think I know where I am. And then we realize we've left something at the place. And I say, I'm willing to drop you off if you want. I can go back. She's like, nah, let's just go back now. We're here. I'm like, okay, cool. So we get back there. We're able to get the thing. And I go to her, I get in the car and I go, I need to go to the toilet. And she says, just go back in there. I said, I don't want to just run back in there. I'm going to look a crazy lady. I'll just go to the Macca's that we saw down the road. She goes, good plan. As we're driving, we see a service station and I go, I'm just going to pull in here because it's easier to get into the toilet at a service station than it is at Macca's. And she says, oh yeah, good plan. Because sometimes at Macca's, they lock all the doors. And sometimes they'll also say to you, are you a patron? Because it stops the people walking in there at like midnight trying to go to the toilet. So go to the toilet. There's no toilet paper in there, is there? It's always why I carry tissue in my bra. So I'm just like, oh my God. I get to the car and I'm just laughing hysterically. She's like, what happened? And I was like, so I'm on the toilet and there's no toilet paper. She just starts cacking herself and she goes, I think I nearly wet my pants. It made me laugh so much. We start driving home. We decide, because we had to go back the same way. We go, we're going to take this road for sure. It was the right road that we should have taken the first time. We're driving home. We still, though, aren't seeing some of the road signs and things. We said, we'll just keep going. We are on the right road. That's what we care about. We get to where we're going, we get back to our cars, it's all good. I message her half an hour later and go, I'm just checking that you got home okay. And she goes, actually I had to go back to the thing. And I went, are you serious? And she goes, no, I'm just joking. I thought, oh my gosh, we'd already left something and gone back once. We gotta go back again. I thought she said she'd forgotten her sunnies, so I was just like, oh my gosh. So so that was good. Then I had to come home and put some stuff together and do some other admin bits and pieces, so I don't get to bed till like 1:30 in the morning, which is not unusual for me. But the problem is I already had a really long night out and the driving, so I am like exhausted by now. So I wake up Thursday and I'm like and I message her, I feel like I've had a night on the town literally, and I don't drink, neither one of us drink. And she's like, me too. And she's like, best night ever though. I'm like, okay, cool. Thursday, it's 38 degrees, as I say, and the gym that I teach in, the aircon is like, I could spit on you and it would do better. At least the fan is 100 years old. The aircon unit's 100 years old, and it's either on or off. There's no in between. And while the back does have like this cooling function, it's really muggy in there because it's all glass windows on the sides. And at least the hard like fan, like at least that helped cool us down. The thing is though, the lady that taught before me, she must not have looked at the weather, or it was just on her schedule. She did a super triple hard circuit class, so people come out and they are dripping. And 3 of my ladies that normally do her class and then Zumba said to me, I just physically cannot stay, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yep, no worries. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And then of course we're like, make sure you drink lots of water, make sure you drink lots of water. And as annoying as it is to hear it, we say it so much just to like protect ourselves and hopefully remind her. Because I tell you what, I've only drunken a lot of water sometimes. If an instructor said to me, remember to drink a lot of water today, it's hot today, and you go, oh okay, like you just sometimes don't think about it. So Thursday do bingo, do the food shopping. I dropped off some extra food and bits and pieces to Kira at the house that she's house sitting at, come home, get dinner, which is super basic because the house is hot as, because there's no aircon. And I go for a walk and come back home and we just sit and chill. The weather just snaps and it just wind all night. I thought that the part of the gutter was gonna get blown off the house with the sunshade thing that we have. So all night you're just hearing bang, bang, bang. I thought, oh my gosh. Friday morning I wake up and I sleep in. My alarm didn't go off. Well, it was going off on my phone, but no sound was coming out. And it wasn't until hubby left the house that I realized, oh yeah, hubby's on his way to work. And then I went, hang on a second, what is the time? Because he sometimes said if it's hot and he's woken up early, he'll just get up and go, so it's a bit earlier to go. And I grabbed my phone and I went, I have like 10 minutes to get up, get dressed and get out the door, compared with the half an hour I normally allow. I'm also sweaty because it is starting to get really muggy in the house. So I have a super quick shower, get dressed, bolt out the door, go and teach Zumba, that's all good. And then halfway through Zumba, I think to myself, oh, you didn't put all the cans and bottles from the hold spot into this car. So you've got all of them to go and cash them in. It'll only take you, because that part's not out of your way, but the other part is. So if you go home, that will work, and then you can do the 2 jobs, because I had appointment today that was Wednesday that I rescheduled for today, and they're like, please make sure you come today. I'm like, no worries, because I rescheduled, and they're like, only if you can promise that you're coming, we'll hold the spot for you. I'm like, yeah, no worries. And I think they were panicked. I was panicked that I wasn't going to make it. Get home, get the cans and bottles in the car, and then remembered that I still have those pajamas that my mum had bought me to swap them over. Find those that I've put in a safe spot. I did remember. Check the receipt to say that it says you can only exchange up to 60 days at Target, not 90 like Kmart. So I'm like, the time has passed, and the date on the receipt, I must have dropped some water on it or something, because there's no date there. It's all like cleared out. So all I'm thinking is, okay, hopefully we've lost a little bit weight by the time winter comes next year to wear them, and they will sit okay, because it's just a little bit tight around my chest area. Okay, then I remembered that there's pretty much no petrol in the family car, and petrol's down to $1.80 today. So I think, you know what, let's put all the cans and bottles in that car, take that car and go and get the petrol. Cool. As we pull into the petrol station, I look at the gauge, and the gauge says there's 0 kilometers to go. I left home, it said 40. It's not 40 kilometers to the petrol station, but I think that the gauge thing is not working at all. I go to pull the key out of the car, and half of the console thing comes out with it. I'm like, so I push part of it back in, then I can't get the key out, the car's running. I'm like, well, I can't put petrol in a running car. So then I just try again, foot on the brake, managed to get the key out this time. I'm like, okay, great. And the car just is still like running. I'm like, what do I do with that? And then it switches off like about 10 seconds later. And then I'm home, and I have literally just sat here and stared into space for about half an hour, because I've hit that executive dysfunction that I've had such a chaotic morning. Because also when I came home from Zumba this morning to do all the can spotters and everything else, I thought I'll just sit at my computer for half an hour and chill, have my glow shake, and just watch a little bit of YouTube and double check a couple of admin things, because yeah. And luckily I did, because I completely forgot about a meeting that I have tonight. So luckily they've been emailing every single day going reminder, 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 because otherwise I would have forgotten, even though it is in my diary. But I probably would not have remembered to check my diary, because I was so heavily focused on the appointment that I had today. So now I've got home, and I'm sitting here going, I need to have a shower, because I'm hot, I'm sweaty, and I'm frustrated, and I'm hoping it will just regulate me. And I also partly need to refilm part of a TikTok, because I really liked one of the concepts that I sent them, so they're asking to refilm part of this thing so they can use it for something else. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm gonna go back, watch what I did, and try and do this thing, and oh my gosh, and then I can use that towards a portfolio for applying for some other jobs and things like that, because they're always looking for some content creators. And I'm not a foodie at all, so it's really hard to pick and choose some jobs that you do apply for with some things. So I've just hit that point that I'm like, stop the world, I would like to get off. I also haven't finished decluttering the kitchen, because my goal with the video was to pack all the plastics back in the cupboard and put it all back neatly, so you at least get an after shot. And it's all still sitting there on the bench right now, because editing has been taking forever on that. And there's just so much going on. And it wouldn't matter that it's Vlogmas right now, because it's still Friday and there needs to be a video. So no doubt it's going to be the pantry clean out. I need to do 2 more emails because they've just come up urgent. So I need to deal with that. And another thing, I had to turn down a collab opportunity because I didn't agree with some of their philosophies of the company. And I'm a bigger girl, so I don't support some of the clothing choices that they wished to give to me. I said it's not something I would wear, thank you very much, even though it was a really nice pay. So yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna be me and authentic and honest, which is also what I heard someone say about me on TikTok the other day. I'm a very authentic, real and honest person, so I appreciate that. So even though I have turned down work due to my morals and ethical standard, I hope that I don't disappoint anybody in the future. But yeah, some things, it sucks not to get paid for something, but I'm not gonna do something just for a pay. So right, let's get on with our day, because we've sat here and wasted it. And to be honest, I think the rest of the afternoon I am just going to probably sit here and stare into outer space again, because as I said, I've got that meeting this afternoon and I don't want to get stuck into any more decluttering or other stuff, because I'll get busy and then I'll get late. And people get frustrated lately when I am late to things. I work really hard at it, but I'm struggling some days, let me tell you. All right, let's go. Now it's raining and it's saying it's 29 degrees outside. Oh my gosh. Saturday I taught Zumba in the morning, and then home for my glow shake I got a yogurt out of the freezer, part of our use it up challenge. And also we didn't have much milk, so I just thought it would help stretch it out a little bit. I need to go and grab some milk also, and some other groceries that Kira needs, and I dropped them off at her house and sat with her for a little bit. Oh, we do have a UHT in the milk in the fridge chilling. Apparently I stepped on it. At the house Kira's staying at, she has Netflix, as she said, so she showed me the first episode of this show. It's called A Virtual Business. It's about 4 women in Korea who were selling lingerie and adult toys. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I can't wait to watch the rest. We are seriously thinking about getting Netflix. We've never had it, but the amount of shows that were on there, it would be so worth it. Sunday, I spent pretty much all day decluttering the rest of the kitchen, and then I realized that I had way too much footage for one video because I thought I didn't have enough. So I cleaned everything, and then I just edited the first half, which I had done a week ago. So I wish that I had just stuck with that, because it would have been a lot easier, because Sunday took me forever to sort everything out. For dinner, we are just doing some pizza subs, because I found all this bread that I had in the freezer that I had been saving for quite a while. Also, it helps a little bit with our use it up challenge. I wish that I'd filmed more of this freezer though, to show how packed it was. I'll have to see if I've got any old footage. The pizza subs were so popular, they went very, very quickly. My son dragged out his backgammon game, which was so much fun. He won 2 games and I won 1. He was watching a YouTube video and then he remembered all the rules, and so he spent a little bit of time just relearning them, and then he challenged me to some games. So that was a lot of fun actually. And then I had just made some apple muffins that I found in the pantry, because as you know, we are cleaning it out. Yes, so that was my weekend, a very busy week. I apologize for the very long vlog, but so much to tell you. Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.